Hello. Today I would like to give you guys a much more updated quality guide because from what I've seen on the internet, it really needs it. This is obviously not my build. I didn't make this. Croson made this. Needless to say, I'm going to break down why this is absolutely terrible, and I'm going to show you what you should be using, explain why you should be using it, and why it is superior to this 55 poise woofering level 120 monstrosity. Okay, so the number one problem with this build is 40 strength, 40 dexterity, instead of 45 dexterity even. The reason you want 45 dexterity when using pyromancies is it's the fastest casting speed, and also Great Combustion and Black Flame become unreactable at 45 dexterity, and also true combo into fast kick. Like if you fast kick and then Great Combustion is a true combo at 45 dexterity. Not all weapons have fast kick. Dagger, halberd, chaos blade, those are examples of things that have it. Number 2, you don't need 40 strength. It doesn't do anything. Your vitality suffers from it, as you can see. This is not enough HP. You're going to die a lot quicker than you would if you had a proper armor setup as well with this HP. And I'm going to show you how much strength you should have. Now it's arbitrary whether you should be using 27 or 28. You can use 27 if you just want to use a quality build. I prefer 28 because I like to play mid-Kumo, and the build I'm about to show you for quality can actually also be a mid-Kumo build, like without changing stats or anything. Let's get onto the armor. So for 1% equip load, you are getting, hold up, this should be 99. You're getting 322 physical defense. We're not going to be using Whiff Ring, we're going to be using Darkwood Grain Ring. So with his setup, we only have 15 poise, and this much strike and slash defense. It's not great. You don't hit any breakpoints with this. I can show you guys what I use when I play halberd specifically. This is much better. As you can see, your defense is just higher. Your poise is better. You have more stats available to spread into other things because you're not some idiot with unoptimal armor. Your HP should always aim to be this much, 50, with Modem and Favor of Protection, because 1980 is like the bare minimum to not just die to Murakumo backstabs if you get backstabbed twice. And the secondary I recommend is Fire Surge. Now obviously you don't have to play Halberd, you can play Claymore. Same weight, same scaling, doesn't matter. You can get away with playing Chaos Blade. I don't recommend that though, because you don't need this much strength to wield it, and it's just going to be suboptimal at that point. You can use Horn Ring. I would recommend you don't, because Great Combustion is hard to deal with if you can't just poise stab somebody who uses it. Darkwood Grain Ring helps avoid it. And the reason you actually use 45 dexterity, if I didn't already cover this, if I did, I apologize, is you can't react to Great Combustion at 45 dexterity, meaning if I cast this, and you have not already rolled by the time I cast it, you're going to get hit, because it is impossible to, like, see Great Combustion start winding up, and then react to that and roll. You just get hit by it. It's impossible to dodge it. Even at, like, 17 ping, you can't do it. And like I said, kick combo, kick Great Combustion at 45 dex. You don't have to use the Thorn setup. This is just my preferred setup when using Claymore and Halberd, because you can get roll stabbed, and this can be as cancelled. You can play Night Mom, which is another optimized setup. You obviously have more weight left. You can ditch some endurance, and you can put that into vitality. I wouldn't recommend the 28 strength setup on Naimon because you can't swap to mid-Kuma with it. So go to 27 and just level up Vite, or level up your attunement to 14. This is an acceptable vitality amount. And then the third spell I would use is Fire Tempest. If you want, you can use Black Flame, but no one realistically uses 16 casts of what is basically Great Combustion in the same fight. This spell right here, Fire Tempest, is really good if someone BS cancels you. Especially if they're mid-rolling, it can be hard for most players to dodge. They're going to take damage from it inevitably. And if it does hit and knock them over, you get a backstab out of it, so it's pretty devastating. Another quick note, I don't see enough players doing this, who just randomly encounter. If you have Mask of the Mother on, and you're using Pyromancy, swap to Crown of Dusk when you take damage. It boosts Pyromancy quite a bit, and it can net you a kill when you otherwise would have lost a trade or died, so that's pretty solid. And then, if you do want to swap to Mid-Kumo from the Sun Mom setup, I can show you that. It's going to look like this. Obviously, you saw me change my stats around. That's because you can only swap to this from Sun Mom if you have these stats, which is why I said if you want to swap to Mikumo, you have to have 28 strength, and you can't get an extra pyro slot out of it. This is another good build, and I hope this clears up that this right here, this is not good.